What is up, everyone? We have got another exciting Overwatch Odyssey League matchup for you tonight. We have got the Midnight Muses coming up against the Respawn Rangers, and I am super excited for tonight for a couple different reasons. Both are very strong-looking teams. I'm excited to see that. But, of course, we have got the Midnight Muses, and we've got the Respawn Rangers. Pipes, can you tell everyone why that's going to be an exciting matchup?
Oh, this is going to be the match to remember because the very own League Odyssey League, he is the manager of the Respawn Rangers, and I, the owner of the Not Sober Watch Showdown and the manager of the Midnight Muses. So we have a clash of the owners tonight. The teams are playing, and we're gonna gnarly! Woo! My chat, you requested it. You said I second that, third that, fourth that. Pipes is back in the booth, and we're bringing it back! Woo! Oh, I'm fired up, baby. I don't know. Oh, man, that was fun.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to add. I feel like I just opened the door here. The chat's probably like, what? They brought him back? No way. Power to the players.
Hey, well, although maybe I'm a little bit more mellow than Pipes is here, I am very much excited for this as well, and I can't wait to get things underway. But before we do so, we have a very important announcement. As I'm doing that announcement, Pipes, you are cutting in and out a little bit. So while I'm doing this MVP announcement for Week 4, if you want to take a look at that real quick before we get underway, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
I was screaming.
Well, that could have been it too. Yeah, it could have been leveling out there. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Iris as the Week 4 MVP. Iris played a phenomenal Echo and DPS overall against Cumberland Valley. Iris doing some great things, and as you see on your stat card there, averaging 43 elims per game and just shy of 20k damage per game. I don't know about you, but I think that's incredible, and I'm pretty sure last week was Iris's first week, so that's some really cool stuff to see coming from VTG Orion, being able to get their dub there against Cumberland Valley. Couldn't have said anything better there, and I think the stats speak for themselves there for Iris. So kudos to Iris for winning the Week 4 MVP. Some really great stuff there. So without further ado, we will be kicking things off at Circuit Royale, doing an escort. Let's get things started, Pipes.
Oh, yeah, we're heading to Circuit Royale, and I cannot wait. I am just pumped up to see this match. First time watching the Respawn Rangers go at it against the Midnight Muses. It's going to be the tale of tales as we get ready to see everybody lock and load and pick these characters as we get ready to roll here. We are assembling our heroes. 30 seconds to go. Now let's talk about this map specifically. What have we seen? We've seen it all across the Overwatch League. We've seen it through the OWCS. We know how people like to play on this map. This is a very, very, very good map when it comes to playing. Very strategic on the choke indeed. You either hold right up front on that payload, that first corner, or you let the enemy team get enough distance and you play back over here by Cruella DeVille on the sign and get everything rocking and rolling. So now that we are ready for battle, it looks like the Muses are the first to present us the casting team with their lineup tonight. Archer going to be on Atra, Queenie on the Zenyatta, Mexi on the Brig, Legendary on Ash, and KT, Kevin Thomas on the Widowmaker. And over here for the Respawn Rangers, we only have a Moira on board Dad. Waiting for the rest of the picks here so we could be the best colors caster on the block.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think Board Dad could 1v5. What do you think there, Pipes?
To be completely honest with you, and no disrespect, it's literally the first time I'm seeing the Respawn Rangers play, and I'm really ready for it. I'll probably have more info on that 1v5 situation, depending how this first take goes. Here comes that Ash from Yoshi, Mayday on the Sig, Inbred on the Hanzo, and Preston on the Ash. Yes. Oh, man, and we're firing up already. Pick comes out from Bordad with the Coalescent Sword to take out Legendary. And as I see that, down goes KT to Inbred. Oh, man. And right off the gate, the Respawn Rangers not here to play. They are taking that space, and they are moving this point with absolute steady progression. looking really good indeed. Very finely tuned. Good sir, your team is looking very sharp.
Well, I have to take that compliment when I receive them. So they definitely play a really good team, and they've been practicing on some specific comps that I won't reveal right away. So we're hoping to see some of that maybe later tonight.
Oh, I'm very excited. I would love to see it too. I know that the Midnight Muses have been working on some new compositions, something that we normally don't get to see, but here in round 5, we got Archer on the tank, and we have our wonderful Mexi over there on the healer. So we do have a swap from that Brig to the BAF. So let's see if that gives enough reassurance in the boost of the backline here for the Muses to kind of keep this steady hold going. But as I say that, the rock comes out from Mayday onto our Steppering is broken, and here we go. Picks are rolling. Legendary taking out Preston. Then we're going to have Yoshi getting res here on this Ashe, and this is what you don't want to see if you're the Midnight Muses. Oh man, that res comes in, the fire of the TNT comes out, Dragons coming down, and the respawn. Wow, Bob's coming out. He's into the back line. He's got nothing but free time to shoot. Here comes that shield to protect his Bob. Queenie taking out Bob. Oh man, the bullets are flying. Coalescence from Bordad comes out. He does take out KT, and it looks like they're going to be holding on, but they're kind of sandwiched in. Archer with the fist takes out Bordad, pressed them on the fire and headshot locked to Queenie. The mirror does come out. I don't know if the window is needed. Doesn't look like it, but Archer able to pick up on that. And he's all left, but Bob coming out legendary here at final contest with 1.92 meters and 1:30 left on the clock. The respawn range reached their first serious halt in this fight. Wow, I had totally stumbled on that one. That was fun. Oh, that TNT is going to hit nobody on that staircase. I can tell you that right now. Here we go. All right. Legendary pick here on Bordad. Comes out early through the shields. Passive aggressive. Archer playing behind that corner. Respawn Rangers now. They do have 4. I believe got 1 coming back on the regroup here. And then over here for the Muses, we do got the full 5 sitting on the point. Here comes that Dragon. This is going to clear the way. Nowhere to go. Archer whips out the ult. We got that tank 1v1, and down goes Mayday. Here comes Mayday, Mayday. Dive, dive, dive. We got another. And oh man, and the Respawn Rangers are back in action. Rock comes flying in, taking out Legendary. The picks are in. Ashe connecting to KT, and that's some deadlock game violence. That's inner gang fighting, and the Respawn Rangers are going to push this point. Are they gonna get it? They got it. They got it. We got 250 on the Klizak now. And the Respawn Rangers pushing. I'm gonna follow your team's lovely assailant over here, the one and only Ashe. They get into this high ground position, or not. I thought so. I assumed. Assuming is not a good thing when you're a caster. Oh, and a nice TNT lob. That was gorgeous. Absolutely connected on KT, but that orb from Queenie might be enough to just keep Kevin alive for this next team fight. Coming into this now, we're going to be approaching this lovely bend as the Respawn Rangers go into this uphill battle. Archer getting onto that point. Inbred able to pick off Mexi. That's a big pick right here if you're the Respawn Rangers. Able to get that support line out of the way. We got 3 on the point here. And, yeah. Oh, and there we go. Bordad with another coalescence on Legendary. You know, as this game goes on, I'm starting to lean in favor of that 1v5 that you were talking about. And here comes the Transcendence from Queenie. Transcendence going to be able to keep this team alive here, and here, the window. This is that alt layering that we talk about. This is absolutely massive. This is a good pick. This is a good hold. We're over. I don't want to say we're overextending, but we're getting a good depth on this, and another Dragons. That's like 5. That's like 5! We're not even 10 minutes into the game! He's got 5! This is huge! This is Overwatch! I love it! Wow! The Respawn Rangers absolutely stout. We got a minute and 15 seconds on the clock. We have 2 ults on the line. That's right. We have both of our healer for the Respawn Rangers. Archer is coming up on a cosmetic flux. Legendary does have a Bob, and there is nothing left in the tank though for the Midnight Muses here as they get ready to take on the next fight. With 60 seconds remaining here, I don't know what is about to happen, but I feel like it could go either way. Here comes the shield. We got a Sig v Sig. Mayday, welcome. I really like that name. I like the Mayday, Niner. We're going down. That's like that's funny. Here comes Legendary's Bob into the back line of the Respawn Rangers. Not going to be able to do much. Definitely not that effective. But the picks come in for the Respawn Rangers, and they get this point back up and rolling with 30 seconds left on the clock. And now we get that additional minute and 55 to go here for the Respawn Rangers. Midnight Muses really going to need this regroup here and back up and get a little bit of a bearing on their cycle here. We do not have any ults online except for Archer and Yoshi. And coming up on one right now is Inbred. So, oh, and Mayday also getting ready to have a cosmetic flux. Good game so far. Good steady pace too. It looks pretty back and forth. I'm not gonna lie, this is paying out. Oh, both fluxes, but who's gonna hit? It doesn't look like either, but the picks come in on Yoshi, KT, and Archer. Inbred taking out KT, and Archer getting that pick on Inbred, and it's just a little simple do-si-do here for the Muses and the Rangers. 60 seconds to go, time to dig deep. Respawn Rangers have one ult. The swap from Sig to Winton happens here. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Can he put the win in Winston right here and just absolutely dive the Midnight Muses? I'm ready to see it. I'm a big Winston player. I know last week when I was casting, I told you all I'm almost the main, but on the dive tank, I got to stick with my lovely Winston. Oh, and here it comes into the back line. There it goes. Mayday, but Mayday goes down to Mexi along with Preston. Yoshi able to get that res on the Sombra. And here we go. Picks come in on Queenie. Archer taking out Yoshi. And this battle goes back and forth. One left to the point for the Respawn Rangers. The rock top, it's not going to connect. And we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, a massive EMP comes out to damage the backline of the Midnight Muses. It's going to be enough though. The picks go flying. Archer and KT taken out. The Winston and the Sombra. Inbred gets a pick on the area. Mexi able to take out Inbred along with KT on Yoshi. And this is looking like it could be a lock with the coalescence for Bordat. And it gets shut down by Baptiste. And we're going into round 2 here on Circuit Royal.
Great hold. Great hold coming from the Midnight Muses. That was, like you were saying, another one of those edge of my seat moments. I'm just watching this and thinking to myself, I don't know who's going to come out on top. I think these teams are very equal, and the playing field is very level. And I'm excited to see what the Muses can do here on offense.
Me too. I'm really excited to see what the Muses are going to do here on offense. I want to know if we're going to run like a dive comp here on this map. Like, I don't know about you. What's your take when you play Circuit Royal? Like, what would your go-to lineup be?
You know, that's hard. On offense, definitely, I could see a dive working really well. And just seeing that initial pick from Archer on Doomfist, I'm kind of thinking that might be what the Midnight Muses, and then KT is running on Genji, so that dive comp might be something that they're looking to do, and I'd be very excited to see that, especially when you round that initial corner, pushing the payload. Right there on that overpass is a pretty good high ground to hold, but if you're just diving right into it with the help of your team, I mean, that could be something that could change the shift of that first hold, or attempted hold even.
I agree. I mean, I like offense on this map specifically for the dive. I don't know how I really feel Doomfist. I don't know if I've ever seen Archer even play a Doomfist, so this is a first for me. I'm a big Winton Zarya guy on this map when it comes to pushing on this payload, but I definitely see the dive comp as the more effective comp on the offense. And as I say that, here comes the first fist flying, but nobody's going to be taken out here for the Respawn Rangers, and we got this lovely high ground hold, and I say that, and Preston able to take out Legendary with a nice headshot, Archer finishing on Inbred, and we got a nice little trade-off right here, DPS for DPS. As I say that, the TNT does connect with KT, and KT is going to be on fire. He's going to have to stop, drop, and roll, or waste his deflect right there to get rid of it, and that's, you know, you really hate to see that. The resources in this game are very, limited. You have to be very precise when you use your resources in this game, because that's what it kind of comes down to now. You know, it's not only the player picks and what you're running, but more so of how you are controlling your resources and saving those for these big fights. As we get this payload progression going, Archer just rapidly fisting into the back line here on this Doom Fist, getting in and getting out. I say that, and KT goes down. Big res though from a Yoshi, and it looks like the respawn rate and the Midnight Muses are trading kills here, back and forth. Here comes the haymaking. Oh god, I lost track. Dude, this is like a lot of calamity here as the Bob comes flying out, and it's able to take out Archer and Mex. Oh, that was not a Bob kill. That was inbred. That Soldier 76 really kicks. That was cool. I thought that was Bob. Tisk, tisk, tisk pipes. All right. Respawn Rangers resetting on this high ground. This is a very good hold so far. Respawn Rangers, minute 57 seconds left on the clock here for the Midnight Muses. They break out Mexi on that Lucio. We got Legendary on that Swordsman still, and KT still rocking strong to that Genji. Queenie going over to that Moira with that Coalescence that could come out to save everybody here, but we only have the one ult. Now we have two healer ults online. We got Mayday and Inbred both with an ult. The wings come out from Yoshi, the Flux, and the Visor! It's a full send on the ults! The Midnight Muses do get the point though. 4 minutes, 1-2. Big res coming in from Yoshi. Archer able to take out Mayday, and KT able to take out Inbred, and we are rolling through the punches here as the Midnight Muses start pushing this point here. They were coming down to almost nothing on that, and the way to dig deep too. I mean, I just feel like that team fight. Oh, and they're still going. I can't even keep up. I'm like trying to drive through the map here, you know, flying like it's Forge mode in Halo, and we got these picks coming in. So, you know, again, we're coming around this bend now. I like this Orisa pick coming out here for the Respawn Rangers. This is definitely that bunker comp that you want to kind of rely on here as you get to this next second checkpoint. This is where you want to hold it down, you know? You want to have that sustainability because there's not that much coverage in this area. You got to play around the bend. KT and Legendary collab over here with that that Genji blade. Absolutely incredible here for the Midnight Muses as they put another 2 minutes on the clock. 4:20 on Blizzok. It is 2-2, and we're coming down to these final meters. Respawn Rangers are finding their way in a new spawn. The Orisa is still here. This is, again, a big pick to counter Archer with, and I'm really liking it. And it's also the, oh my god, it's the Blizzard skin. Did you know they removed the Blizzard icon from that skin, by the way? That Mayday's rocking?
Really?
Back in Overwatch 1, BlizzCon released skin when Blizzard World came out. And I don't know what happened, but that icon was removed from this skin and it just became a legendary skin all by itself. And here comes the Coalescence to save the teammates, but and Kevin are both going to find themselves in the respawn. Legendary does have an overclocked. We're going to see if he uses it here, and another great hold coming out of the Respawn Rangers on this. Again, I really do like pick. Oh, and as I was about to bring up this pick of the Orisa against this Doomfist, here comes the JQ of Archer. You play any DVD?
No.
You know? All right. Well, there's a character in there known as the, and Huntress is just like Junker Queen, and I feel like this is where Archer's inner Huntress is coming alive. As the overclock comes out, able to take out two here from the Respawn Rangers. The Midnight Muses just trying to tap it in. Is it going to be enough to take out Mayday though? He is getting healed by Yoshi. Yoshi does go down to Mexi, and all that is left Mayday. And here comes the final hope here for, so they are close enough to touch this. Good hold from I can't even read the name. Press them on the Tracer. Oh man. And the Midnight Muses are going to steal the deal here with 2:35 on the clock and take map number 1. What a move. If it's all right with you, before we start game 2, I'm going to get a bev.
Yeah, for sure. Well, while Pipes is getting a bev, I gotta tell you, man, I can't believe I said bev. He's getting a drink. You know, he's been doing a lot of work here, and I gotta say, if you're loving the commentary as much as you're loving the gameplay, I'd say that's all right because Pipes does a killer job. But just recapping that first map, I gotta say, definitely things looked like pushing through Midnight Muses came a little bit harder for the Respawn Rangers than it did the Midnight Muses, and you could see that reflected in the time remaining there in that last point. So it'll be interesting to see. So coming up next, we've got Flashpoint. So a little bit different of a game mode for both teams, as opposed to pushing that payload you're holding down and bunkering down a little bit. So we'll have to see if any of the compositions change here for this next map. Pipes, what did you see here in that last map that you're hoping to see transition in the next one?
Well, if I'm being completely honest, I actually really want more out of the Respawn Rangers. I feel like it's not all they have left. I feel that first map was one of those, Guy Sensei, Rock Lee moments where the weights are about to come off as we go into this next map, and I think I'm going to see it. You know, I got to quote you on this. I do see the 1v5 happening for Bordad. I do see it happening. I don't know if the composition the Respawn Rangers ran on defense was the Waveruski, but that Moira is definitely very effective. Oh, yeah. I got to tip my hat. That Moira is going to be a problem. I wonder how the Muses are going to combat about it through the rest of the series tonight. But a very good first round from both teams, and oh, man, I'm itching. I feel like we're watching the Wyoming Cowboys again.
Yeah, there's not a lot that I have to say about that map. I mean, the teams, I would say definitely the Muses have a little bit of an edge, especially after seeing what we just saw there on that map. But definitely teams are pretty well yoked here, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the map turns out.
The teams are very well yoked. I'm totally taking that, dude. I like that. Two yoked teams, the R&R versus the M&M. And no, I'm not talking about the candy or the wrapper. This is the match of matches, folks. All we got to do is you think we could like put in like a custom, like to Blizzard to get like a custom Respawn Rangers emblem?
You know, honestly, that'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope.
Dude, there's a Discord team known as the 5 Deadly Venoms. They have Overwatch skins. Like, I want to know how to get an Overwatch skin. How cool would like a Viking, Norse, Odyssey League Overwatch skin look, right? That would be badass. With that teal in there? Oh, yeah.
That would be really cool. I'm not going to lie. That would be kind of sick.
I've always wondered. I kind of want my own custom Lucio skin. I want it to be called Pipes. Oh, yeah. I can see it now.
Yeah.
Illest DJ on the circuit playing nothing but Lucio ball. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're heading to New Junk City? Oh, this is going to be hype. I love this map. I feel like I've played this map maybe 3 or 4 times this week as far as leaguing goes, and I absolutely adore it. I really like the rush composition that could come out of this, especially from what we just saw from the Midnight Muses with that whole Junker Queen towards the end. I think that was what the hook, line, and sinker was that JQ just being able to just completely overwhelm on the push with the speed. You know, the rush factor in Overwatch 2 is a very high presence. I think it's more effective than dive now. But at the same time, you know, it's really how you perfect it. How are your comms? How is your team pathing? You know, I've started picking up on that JQ a little bit here, trying to get out of bronze. You know, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm really excited. You know, this is the homeland for me. Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. The chant. Dude, I'm so happy. I filled up my my scratchy cup, you know those cups that make sounds when you scratch them? I got one of those.
Nice.
And it's filled with iced tea and a ton of ice from, for when I get really loud on the cast and, over exorbitantly send that hype to the chat. By the way, chatters, how are you all doing tonight? For those of you just joining us, it's 1-0 Midnight Muses as we head into map number 2 against the Respawn Rangers. It's going to be a lovely day. It's about sunny and 75 here in Australia as we get ready to head down to New Junk City. No Junker Town, but still got some junk in this town. It's always a good time. All right. And here we go. Oh my, you're lying. This isn't happening right. I'm not watching this. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I didn't see that. There's no way.
What are you seeing here?
I just saw Legendary hop on the Ramatra. I'm a little, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know about you, but I feel my own team for the first time trying things out that I've never ever seen before, and I've been working with them for 2 months. So I don't know. This might be one of those like, hey Pipes, you really want to cast us? Let's throw you for the loop. Oh, they teased me. They teased me. We have Archer on the JQ, Alice on the Moira, Nexi on the Brig, Legendary on the Tracer, and GoPro on the Reaper. So it looks like Queenie is out for Alice, and we have GoPro in for KT. Over here on the side of the Respawn Rangers, we have Festum on the Genji, Boar Dad on the Leo, Yoshi on the Kiriko, Mayday on the Sombra, and Inbred over to the tank. Now, I really like the swap. I feel like it's interesting. I feel you could tell me more about this change here for the Respawn Rangers than I can, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Inbred's got on his Doom.
Well, I can tell you this much. When we went into the first game and I saw Mayday was playing tank, I was a little bit confused. I'm not going to lie.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny. Don't you just love when your players throw you for a loop and you're like watching it like, hey, what happened here? How did we get to this? When was this in conversation in the Discord, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I feel that. That's like, if I saw Legendary, heck, I've never seen him play tank before in his life, so it's like, what? No way. And the pick he was looking at was Ball. I was gonna be like, no way. You're lying. Someone say psych. Pull my cheek and tell me I'm dreaming. All right, and it looks like we have the Midnight Muses off to a good start here as they get this point progression fire into 30% early here in the start of the match. As the Respawn Rangers running this dive composition here, we're going to see what Inbred's got going on this Doomfist. First fist comes flying in over to Legendary, who's on the Tracer. He's just going to blink away now and get more so, I believe, into that back line of the Respawn Rangers and just really trying to be a little bit pesky in there, make them turn around. This Genji getting cornered. Mayday goes down to Legendary. Festum able to take out Archer. That's a big pick if you're the Respawn Rangers, but Mexi able to clear out the Genji. And on to the point we go as we have a no-tank team versus a team with their tank. Here comes that Meteor Strike. There's, oh no, Muses got to spread out here. And this is 2 big picks from Alice. Oh man, oh man. In overtime here, 99%. GoPro on the Reaper, able to take out Inbred on that Doom, and Mayday does go down to Legendary, and that is the first point to the Midnight Muses. As we got 36 seconds till the next one unlocks, we are heading to the junkyard. We're heading to the junkyard! Woo! Is that, a serious question. Is that too loud, by the way? Like, is that where I cut out? If I reach that octave? Like, I'm just trying to know for my own self.
You know, that time I didn't really notice you cutting out. It was just like right there in the end, while you were asking me that question, you actually cut out just like a smidge, but it's been pretty good otherwise.
Good. That's good. Yeah, I normally... Oh man, and GoPro with the clear to Yoshi. Oh, getting the one, but Gracie able to get the other. And a beat. Oh, no, that's not a beat. That is a boop from Boardad onto Legendary. And GoPro able to pick up another 2 here as we head back to the junkyard to go take this point. All right. Midnight Muses on the hill here, and they have 4% and climbing in the junkyard. Respawn Rangers setting up, getting ready to go. We do have a swap from the Doomfist over to the Zarya. We will have a EMP and a Kitsune Rush online, and what looks to be a Dragon that is getting built quite fast, if you ask me. As for the Muses, oh, here comes that EMP, and the pick is on Archer, Legendary right away. And here comes the Reckoning from Archer coming down here in the junkyard. We're getting picks going. Mexi with the boop on the Boardad. The Coalescence does come out from Alice. Muse's health is fluctuating. The Respawn Rangers with a massive Dragon, the triple, the quadruple kill onto the Muse to seal the deal here with 75% on the clock. and climbing. The point does get flipped in favor here now for the Respawn Rangers as they get ready to take on a hold of a lifetime and rebuild some ultimates. They do have a Kitsune Rush in the pocket with the Coalescence and an EMP coming up online. And as for the Muses, we do not have any ults going on here for the Muses, except we do have Reacher coming on, which adds 70% here. So let's see how both these teams fare in this next tail. And the Kitsune Rush coming out very early in this fight here for 76% to 50% now for the Respawn Rangers. And the picks do come in. Inbred and Bordad able to collect on Archer and GoPro. And Mexi goes down here. I think Mexi just fell off the map.
Yeah, I think that was a tactical respawn there, Pipes.
That's right. That's right. That's the new term that I have to put in my Webster's Overwatch dictionary of terms for casters that we don't know. And that's tactical respawning. 86% in climbing. I don't think the Muses are going to be able to touch this point. I feel as if they are guesstimating where the next point is. Oh, I say that, and here comes the OT touch. I really thought they were heading towards the next point. Like, it's all right. We'll go, you know? Especially on this type of map. Oh man, Bordad's Coalescence and Legendary's Pulse Bomb. The picks again trading from both sides as Bordad and Inbred finish off. Archer and Maxi Legendary able to connect too, and it just comes down to the Zarya Moira on the pool. And Legendary all just able to blink away with no respawn, and it's going to be Respawn Rangers tying this ball game up 1-1 here as we head to the docks. I think that's what they say, the docks.
Yeah.
Oh, the ducks. The ducks. D-U-C-T-S. Like ductwork.
Ducks. Okay.
I just read it. Yo, I've been noticing as I'm like trying to listen, because I actually really never get to truly cast this map fully to like pay attention. I'm seeing the names are on, like Junkyard has a sign, the ducks is D-U-C-T-S. That's a nice neon sign. I wonder how much it costs to get those fluorescents here. Oh man, and a nice early pick with the Primal Rage from Archer here. Legendary able to take out Bordad and also Yoshi, and it looks like this Zarya is left for the Respawn Rangers, and that's an early pick and a quick point take here in the beginning of that team fight for the Midnight Muses. Midnight Muses' ult economy is looking very strong as ever as we're prepared for this defense. We have Alice's Coalescence. Mexi does have the beat. Legendary's got that pulse bomb, and GoPro does have the Blossom. As for the Respawn Rangers, Inbred has a grab, and there's a dragon. We could see a nice combo ult here. We could see a very nice combo ult here. This would be very effective, that 5-man grab with the dragon pole. There's nothing to get out of that, and here comes the Blossom to start this fight. Gonna be able to keep the Respawn Rangers from coming out, but as I say that, the Respawn Rangers get the 2 and they start heading in. The deficit now on the Midnight Muses. Then another one goes down, and another one's going to bite the dust here as Inbred takes out Archer, and it's looking like the going to take this point. 69% to the new 4% and climbing for the Respawn Rangers. 1-1 still here at the docks. I kind of want to live in New Junk City. I'm not going to lie. It looks really nice here.
Actually, I feel like the residents might not be super pleasant.
I don't know. We play over. I'd be able to get along with them.
That's okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
It's a very valid statement, my lad. Beat and Dragon comes out with the grab, and it's going to be able to get to from the Midnight Muse. And over here for the Muses, we do drop a beat, and we Archer just gets a full-blown swap from the Winton over to the Junker Queen. So we still got 2 ults online. Midnight Muses to the 3 ults that are online over here for the Respawn Rangers. 77% coming down to these final moments. This will possibly be the last team fight for the Midnight Muses if they get there in enough time. Respawn Rangers got a really good high ground advantage, but Bordad's going to drop down pretty early here. Here comes the Molten Core to hold down this point. Overtime clock is tripping down, but Legendary able to keep his touch alive, but he's so low. Oh! And Mayday and Inbred able to take them out, and that is a Respawn Rangers 2 to a Midnight Muses 1 here as we head to the next flashpoint. The refinery. This must be where we get our brew. Perfect.
The best point to possibly end on, right?
Yeah, and what I really like is spawn here for the respawn Rangers is called the Leaky Bottle. We're heading to the refinery, and out of the Leaky Bottle comes the one and only spawn Rangers. Oh, and this is cool. I'm trying to find the point here. I'm freelancing. If I click on a person, I'm not going to be able to get out of it. Oh, dude, and a lot of picks coming from the respawn Rangers right here. They got a fat team kill. That was absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. That, you know, if you're the respawn, that is exactly what you need in this turnaround. In this entire match, you know, Midnight Muses have been really applying the pressure tonight, and seeing the respawn Rangers able to re-grasp the reins of this fight and just turn it into their own game. This is what I'm talking about. That was a huge team kill, and already coming up back on that Dragon's ult here is Preston on that Hanzo. We do have another grab in store for the respawn Rangers, as it looks like the Midnight Muses are trying to get this left side push going, or in this case right side, depends on what side of the battlefield you want to be on. Big pick from Mayday onto GoPro, and Inbred taking out Legendary. That's no DPS for the Midnight Muses now, and they're just going to have to regroup again, but it looks like Archer's going it all by him lonesome here. Racy and and the Reckoning coming out here. Gosh, the Reckoning, but it's not going to be able to do anything as the respawn Rangers are going to take map number 2, 3-1 here, and that is a respawn Ranger dub, and we are tied up 1-1 going into map 3 for the night. Yoshi.
Was that like an assisted 5K? I'm
that probably was. I don't know how to judge it these days in Overwatch. I don't know if you noticed the little glitches they got going on right now. Someone could you could boop as Lucio and it comes up as a punch. So, you know, you never know. It could have been a 5K assist. It might not have been, and it registered like that based on AI logic.
You know, that could be. You know,
either way, Yoshi still got the play.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, when
Kinda
Yoshi
rhymed.
gets
I like
the
that.
play, when Yoshi gets the play, it's gonna be a hype day. There are the rhymes, dropping the mic. We got
Ooh,
it.
dude, you're a poet and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, there it is again, yo.
Oh man. Dude, this, you know what's crazy? I don't want to jinx anybody here when I say this, but chat, you remember last week with the Wyoming Cowboys at Jade Dynasty, right? We went to our first map 5 where it actually mattered, right? I think tonight we're going to see that again. Like I said, going off a circuit into this, what I think is going to happen, the respawn Rangers, like I said, they have a lot more left in the tank, and I can't wait to see what they got. And right then and there, off to a rough start on New Junk City, going down 1-0, and losing that second point, they were able to turn this whole thing around and get a quick 3 to win that match 3-1, and tying the series up 1-1 as we go into map 3. I like it. I'm pumped. If I am the Midnight Muses, I wouldn't be discouraged on that. I really do think they played well. They just got edged out a little bit by the respawn Rangers on a lot of plays. You know, it mainly came down to where your position was and how well you precisely utilized those ults. And, you know, the respawn Rangers, they were just able to combat it. Like, that third point, you saw the Death Blossom came out from GoPro, and you know, right there would have been a great clear, but it just wasn't enough to get them over that hump, and the respawn Rangers were able to just completely barrel through that, and from there, they were able to hold. Defense wins championships, as they say, and we just got to see the respawn Rangers put on a display. That was absolutely magnificent.
For sure, for sure. But end of game 2, so you know what that means. We are going to be pulling Bored Dad, one of the support players from Respawn Rangers, in for an interview.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to this guy.
Yo, Bored Dad, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, sir?
Hey, pretty good. Pretty hyped.
Let's go.
Oh, I got my Gatorade water here. I'm all good.
Yo, the healing aspect of tonight, yo, are we? I gotta ask this. I feel like it's preempted to say it, but am I going to witness the 1v5 Moira?
Maybe you might
All
see
right.
it. You might see it. Might bust it out tonight.
Might bust it out tonight. I'm ready for it. I mean, your manager's talking very highly about it. I want to see it to believe it more so. I mean, there's a lot of promise coming from the bench of the Respawn Rangers in general. You know, going into this next round, I said it, leaving Circuit Royal, that you guys had way more left in the tank, and you definitely put it all out there just now. So, that big, huge win going into Nepal now. How are you guys feeling comms-wise?
Comms-wise, we're doing all right. The Midnight Muses are a good team, man. They are a really good team.
You're talking to the manager, brother.
True.
Yeah, this is the battle of the own. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
I feel like whoever tonight, the VOD review is probably extremely harsh, depending on like, I don't know, man. It's not my call to tell, but I'm telling you right now, this is definitely pay-per-view prime time. This is like one of those. This is a $200 match here. Like, you'd have to pay for that on live TV to see these two stout comps going at it. The R&R and the M.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. No, oh, sorry, I was interrupting you.
No, you're good. Keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, after that first game, it was a great match. It was really close. Midnight Muses just had a better push, and really came down to it. Better push, better everything going better there. And then we bounced. We talked about it in comms. We talked, so what we did wrong and what we could do better, and we just capitalized on making some team swaps and. Went with the trusty dive, and it didn't work out right away, but we made some additional changes in that match, and then those changes did break through, and we did pull out that the flashpoint map there, and we're looking forward to the next round. So, next with my, I got my, next time we got to do my got milk, and I'm all good here, man.
My God, milk, I love it. I just had coffee with milk, and now I'm on to iced tea. Oh, I'm pleased to see both these teams going at it right now. I'm very excited with this. I do like the swaps that you guys made between Mayday and Inbred from that tank to DPS. Definitely a different look as far as the Respawn Rangers from map 1 versus map 2. And now we're heading into Nepal on control map. So I'm really excited to see what you guys come together with here.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we're looking forward to it too. It's going to be a good one. So that's for sure. He said, you got the championship match going on here. You got two great teams. You got stoked, and it's all good, man.
Championship match. Oh, it's the dreams coming true. We're the champs.
Yeah, definitely some really good things. Now, Board Dead, and I apologize as I was doing behind the scenes stuff for the stream if Pipes had asked this already. The comp switches, I know, definitely looked a lot better and maybe a little bit more comfortable coming into that second map. Did you guys kind of decide preemptively that you were going to try that poke comp out, and then when that didn't work, you switched to dive? Or was that just something that you guys fly by the seat of your pants, we're going to try this out?
Well, other way around. We started off on the second map. We started off as dive, and we got thoroughly. We lost 2 team fights. We're like, you know what, this isn't working. So we jumped out of the dive and swapped over to our poke, trusty poke, and decided to do that. And we had some great plays by Preston and Preston and Inbred. They had some great ult combos that game. The Grav Dragons, just really good ult combos that game. I thought that was I think the difference in that one. So.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for now. Board Dad, good luck in the rest of the games. I'm excited what the Respawn Rangers can do here.
All right. Hey, thanks, Orin.
LHF. Good luck and have fun.
Absolutely. Every day, baby. Got milk.
Got milk. Got milk. I'm a now. I don't know how I feel about that. I think my own team here, the Midnight Muses, they're gonna be a bit upset with me, but I'm about to get those got milk chants going here. I'm really feeling it. I feel like an honorary Respawn Ranger today.
For sure.
Go, go, Respawn Rangers! Oh, yeah. They're going to kill me in the team chat later. They're going to be like, Pipes, how could you? I'm going to be like, ah, man, I'm sorry. Had to do it for the chat.
Yeah. Just finalizing some things here for the lines that we're about to see for this third map, but we are going to be going into Control at Nepal. Definitely some pretty similar aspects of the gameplay from this to Flashpoint. What are you thinking for both these teams as to what they might run or what they might do here?
Well, if I may speak lineups from what I'm seeing right now sitting in the lobby, I don't know exactly what the Muses are planning, but what I do like about this Control map is the Hog presence that could be played here, right? There's one point with that massive Sanctum where the Hog pick could be very crucial to turning the game into your favor, and I think the Muses do have that with KT. But what I do like here, oh, and Mexi does come out. Okay. Yeah, so I really like this 5-stack going on for the Midnight Muses as we go into the Control. So what I do think is going to happen here, if KT isn't on the tank, it's probably going to stay the same where we have Archer, Legendary, Kevin, Gamma, Queenie, and I don't know, maybe a rush comp, maybe a dive. I do see the Winston dive coming out on this map. It's definitely possible. But it really comes down to what the Muses are comfortable with and what they feel like rolling with here. And I do like the selection that they have player-wise going into this. No changes player-wise on the side of the Respawn Rangers. But we do have Queenie back in and KT, and making their first map of the night in here, Gamma has entered the fray. I feel like Smash Bros just now. Like that was funny. Like, enter the fray.
The Smash Bros was my thing, and although we're playing Overwatch right now, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Smash Bros. That was my childhood.
Oh man, on the GameCube, only way to do it. Only way to do it.
Hey, but I don't know if you can see the stream or not, Pipes, but I gotta say, Dustwag commenting here, a quote from the one and only Yvonne. Oh, look, it's my favorite map when we headed into Junkertown. And I don't know about you. I don't mean to offend you, but that's a little iffy there, Yvonne. So I don't know. I don't know
love
about
Junkertown.
That one. Yeah, I mean, but it's Flashpoint though. Like, how much can you actually love it?
Well, that's Junk City. I thought he meant Junkertown.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I meant Junk City. Junk City is what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, New Junk City, I think is between that and Saravasa, as we get this fight started here between the Muses, just we're able to get that pick on Queenie. You know, it's between Saravasa and and another pick coming out from Inbred on that Doom, getting the 3 right off the rip, and Archer able to get the fist on a Vordad. This is gonna come down to who punches whose lights out first. We're gonna have a brawl. Archer on the KT on the JQ. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. We do have KT on the tank and Archer here onto the PPS time tonight. And Archer able to get those quick blicks in, and the Muses take this point. So as far as New Junk City and Saravasa go, I think aesthetically Saravasa is the better map. I just really like how you could play on New Junk City. Like, you could play as aggro as you want, but at the same time, you really got to play team, you know? And that's one of the benefits that I like about playing on Junk City. It's probably one of my favorite Flashpoint maps. But yeah, Season 11, we get a new one, so let's see what they come up with. Season 10 is in a couple of days, too. We're going to have a new push map, too. You ready for that? You ready for a new push map?
I'm excited to see a new map in general, kind of like what Blizzard was promising us here.
Yeah, we got Samoa with Magoo, right? I guess this next push map is Venture's map. Or
okay.
I guess. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I don't read patch notes. I am the true believer. I play this game for how it is. I've said some nasty stuff about Overwatch in my past. So let's just hope that these new maps are promising. I like push. Oh, we got a pause. We got a request for a pause.
You know, I'm not going to lie.
That's a good eye. That's a good eye. I'm not going to lie. I saw that P in the corner.
I'm not going to lie to you here, Pipes. I don't know what was going on. there, I saw KT put P in there, and I didn't know if there was supposed to be like a colon in front of that, and that was supposed to be like, you know, the sticking your tongue out like emoji, text emoji thing. And then
no, that's the pause code.
Yeah. So that's a learning curve for me there. So I apologize.
We're gonna put that in the
Midnight
Webster
Muses.
Dictionary of caster caster terms.
We're gonna have this filled out, and we're gonna publish it by the end of the postseason.
We gotta get. Oh hell yeah, we gotta put Portugal in there too, yo. A lot of people do not know what Portugal means in the chat. That is code for ready. Kevin losing connection. KT about to have a nice respawn and a reset here. What sucks about that? You're at 64% to your ult, and you're about to get deleted out of the game to come back at 0%. That's a disadvantage right there. This is where I wish my household had a telestrator so I could like point and draw and like pull and zoom in and be like, so this player right here. But very good showing so far with this point flip for the Respawn Rangers. You know, they came out firing on us in the beginning of this start here on Nepal, and the Midnight Muses were able to take advantage of that and take that point. And then here we go, we get the point flip, and the pauses come flying. So as far as what else could we talk about for the chat about this game so far? As far as ult economies going, both teams slowly getting up to their ults now as we go into what could be the third or fourth fight of the night. You know,
Sure.
We got Gamma's Coalescence. Legendary is dead, but Legendary is going to be coming up on that May free. And then over on Rangers, we do have that beat Kitsune Rush coming. So a lot of ults to combat with. I mean, I wouldn't be dropping a beat when the freeze comes out, but in general, like, they do have backup here as we go into this next roll. And if KT did disconnect fully, he will be coming back at 0% and climbing. So that totally saves the Respawn Rangers as far as a nice disruption ult, I would call it. I think Junker Queen's ult is very good at disrupting the backline as well as causing a nice little panic, you know?
Yeah. I do want to revisit something when you were talking about, looks like everyone's ready. Okay, he's back.
He's
Good.
back.
Okay. Well, as we're getting things situated here before the resume, or while the resume's happening, Respawn Rangers did definitely come out firing on all cylinders in that first fight. And honestly, I thought the Respawn Rangers were going to come away with that fight. But in the end, I think Archer and Gamma doing some really great stuff there in the back line, which ultimately caused Midnight Muses to get that dub in the fight.
It really was. As a high school and college wrestler, I can tell you right now, when pushing into you with a lot of momentum, let it fly, and that's where the Midnight Muses came in. You know, the aggression was pointing, the favor was in the odds of the Respawn Rangers, and being able to throw your enemy into the other direction of the map and take advantage of that momentum is huge. And that's what the Midnight Muses did. You know, I'm talking about how KT's going to loot his ultimate, and here he is at 8%. The May freeze is gonna get canceled? Did the May freeze just get canceled?
No, it got through. It froze inbred, and they got that pick there.
Okay, that's huge. I didn't even hear it come out. I just see 0%, and I'm like, what? Queenie does have a beat. KT is getting his ult now. Archer with that pulse bomb. And over here for the side of the Respawn Rangers, we are coming up on a beautiful set of 5 ults here. And if you layer this perfectly, you could definitely take this point and conserve for that defensive push. Here comes the Kitsune Rush to start. The Dragons come out to clear the point. The Reckoning comes flying from the Muses side of things. And, oh, we just have all ults flying. Mayday does have a Molten Core. Gonna use it here though in OT. The point does get flipped in favor of the Respawn Rangers. No need to use that core, and just backing the Muses off this point now is at Mayday and the rest of the Respawn Rangers here.
On my way.
As the Midnight Muses look to regroup. All
Now,
right.
Archer, I think, can be very lethal here with this pulse bomb, so I'm excited to see once the Midnight Muses push in, if Archer can get that flank and get a very effective pulse bomb here.
Very true, but it's got to be very precise. The Respawn Rangers running this field here, that speed boost presence could shake and bake from the group kill. And here comes Archer throwing that pulse bomb, and it's only going to get the turret. The 6-man is down now. The freeze comes into poor Dad, and there's the Molten Core on point, but the beat does come flying from Queenie. In here now, we have 4 trying to step lightly over the eggshells, aka the molten core, as all that is left is the Hanzo. Down go the Respawn Rangers here, and the Midnight Muses take the first point on Nepal. Well, minus that disconnect, I think I feel like the downtime kind of scrambled a little bit, but I'm ready for round two. I'm ready for round two.
Very much so.
And it looks like we're keeping it the same, but this is what I was talking about! KT swapping to the hog on the dumb! Yo, I felt it. It was like resonating when I was watching the players get put in the lobby. I'm like, they ain't putting Kevin on tank. No way. And here it is. Oh, man. This is great. I want to see who gets pulled into the hole. Let's see if that. I wonder how many environmentals Kevin's gonna rack up on this map. Kevin, you know, Kevin in other places that I've seen, he's gone toe to toe with some of the best hogs, and you know, with this Doomfist pick here, this might be what will completely inebriate the pull action here with those stuns, especially if you get that 4-man hit, man. You're stunning them all. Your whole team can just walk in there and take them out. And as I say that, here comes the first pick of the night. Hanzo over to the hog, and this is the Respawn Rangers are going to be starting off with this one. Very good, very early, very clean take. Not much loss on the Midnight Muses. They're only down KT. So they're just going to have to back up and reset here. Still a lot of time. All right, and out the right door now, the Midnight Muses are going to be able to take out that 6th man. But on the point is this Doomfist. He's just poking and prodding, waiting for someone to get on this point so we can launch him the next Tuesday. I like the aspect of this. KT picking the hog to get the pulls. And we have Inbred over here. Doomfist getting ready to sock him, bop him, and drop him in the hole. And it's going to be the battle of the pits. It's going to be the battle of the pits. And here comes that first fist flying, and it's going to be able to take out Gamma as Legendary does connect with Inbred, able to get him out of here. Like you took out Gamma, but I'm going to take you out. The lifesteal duo, the combo wombo, as the Rega comes flying off the point, not able to get anybody. But look at Yoshi just hiding so strategically in the backfield. Legendary able to pick up on that. The pick does come in from Yoshi to Archer, and Yoshi goes down to KT. Still no point flip, and here it comes, 58% to the 3 that the Muses have now that they are on board. I really like that. I'm not gonna lie. The Moira, the Yoshi right there hiding on the point, I don't think anybody would have known. I think Moira deserved to be able to go invisible.
That'd be kind of nuts, I'm not gonna lie.
She should not be allowed to kill or heal while invisible. Only can use Fade, but as soon as Fade is activated, automatically is seen. Oh yeah. Like off the, you know, once you come out of the Fade, you can't be invisible again. And
Whoa.
10-second clock. Big picks coming in from Mayday and that boot from Bordad. And the point flips back in the favor of the Respawn Rangers. The only kill from that Dragon Blade that Archer delivered was onto Inbred, and it is a full team cap for the Respawn Rangers here on Nepal, 70% to 34. Midnight Muses still got one more team fight in them here. All they do have, though, is the Death Blossom and Queenie's Transcendence. Meanwhile, the Respawn Rangers have 4 ultimates online. Their economy is stacked. They're ready to bring the full stock market into this next play, and I'm ready to see. Oh, as the ticks get louder now as we get into 90%. The die comes in. Kevin Thomas able to get that hit on Preston. The Molten Core from Mayday onto the point to clear it. 97, 98. Gale Mahalt is right. The Transcendence to keep it alive, but booped off the map by Borda. He's got 2, and Mayday able to finish. Archer and Gamma, and the Respawn Rangers going to send us into the 3rd point of the night. This is a real nail biter. It's 1-1 in the series. We're 1-1 on Nepal. I'm gonna find out who takes the rise here to go at 4. And oh man, what a beautiful game indeed. I'm ready for battle. Now I will say a little statistical standpoint here for the Midnight Muses. They're very good at control maps. So I feel as if the point may be in their favor here. How do you feel with the Respawn Rangers on control? Do you know their hardcore control stats?
You know, I don't know the nitty-gritty here, Pipes, but what I can tell you here
that's fair.
is they played Nepal last week, and they ran a very similar comp. Although I have seen some very impressive stuff from Inbred on Doomfist here, I gotta say I'm surprised that a swap didn't happen earlier after not necessarily a successful first point there.
Very, very true. I do feel on this map the dive presence is also needed, and I do really like how Doom is currently with this new patch. That I feel as if that swap might not be necessary, but it looks like this turret, the 6-man, is going to be taken out by Archer to start the fight here. This Reinhardt pick from Kevin now, this is what really intrigues me. You know, you're able to now cut the gap as far as space creation goes. And you're going to be more so like the Titan on the point, but I really do feel that this entire round right now may be in favor of the Respawn Rangers on this next regroup. Oh yeah, I'm like strategically predicting, like setting up the main hype right here, because I do feel that the Respawn Rangers have the character picks, the cards are in their favor. It's just a matter of how they play this point. Ult slowly getting built here from both sides. Midnight Muses at a nice 37% and climbing. We're going to be able to get to 40. Here comes that dive from Inbred, but Inbred's going to be backing out here. Maybe build up a little bit of charge for his stun. And here it comes. Oh! Mighty rock to KT, and they both go down, which means he used his pin. So that's going to be on cooldown as well. And Mayday's... Oh, Mayday's turret goes down, but Yoshi able to pick up Archer, and that is definitely a pick you need here, but I don't know if anyone's going to act on this from the Rangers. Here comes that coalescence. The Meteor Strike does come in, getting Queenie. Legendary able to take out Inbred. Legendary also getting rid of that 6-man. And I'm going to say it again, Legendary able to finish off on that Hanzo here. Coalescence still being effective in the back line as Yoshi is on this point, going to be fading out now, but the picks come in. Mayday does get Legendary. Legendary just getting a 4 feed right there on the entire Rangers team in the kill feed department. Gamma able to take out the 6-man. It's coming down to... Ooh, that wall, but here comes the Dragons on the point. That's going to be a pick. That's going to be 2 picks here for the Midnight Muses as they hold down this defense. There are 3 to the point, though. It's all healers and Inbred. This could go in the favor of the Respawn Rangers. Legendary able to get Yoshi now. The Sim turrets are flying. There's the Shatter. Nothing massive, though, but there is the Shatter. AT going for a pin, not going to be able to connect. The Molten Core does come out, and the Midnight Muses get the dub here, putting them up 2-1 in the series as we head to our next map.
Might I say, what a play from Mayday. He got 1 pick, and then the turret finished and ulting Genji.
Right there in those final moments.
Man.
I'm telling you, I majority of the time when I see Mayday going into those picks and he goes down, I feel like he's like screaming in the comms like, Mayday! Mayday! You're all Molten Core! Just praying and praying. Absolutely massive. Oh, I do got to add, though, I'm not going to count the Respawn Rangers out of this game yet. This has been completely neck and neck, very thorough over here for both teams. And the real question is, going into our next map, what are we going to see from the Respawn Rangers that's really going to take it over the top and make map 5 matter? That's what I'm looking forward to. I love long games. Any caster will tell you this. When it comes to the finals, when it comes to a regular season, we like the long haul. We don't really like 3-0 finishes. We really like that 5 game. We do love a good run to a 7, and if you can draw it and force a sudden death, God, we love you. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped, though. We're heading over to Hollywood next, so this is going to be Oh my God, you think we could see a draw for the first time? I hope I don't put that into it. I hope I didn't wish that into it when I said that. But this would be really cool if we get to see a draw map 4. And
That
then
would
we
be
head
nuts.
into Coliseo to close the night where it's like winner takes all. That really would be nuts. And technically there is a way to draw on
Escort.
push. There is
Yeah.
a way to draw on push. And that's nuts how that's actually a factor. But this Hollywood map, I'm really pumped about it because this comes down to that high ground and how you press that choke first. I think the beginning part of this map is definitely a downside to anybody attacking. Just generally speaking, nothing against either one of these teams. Like I just do feel when you come out of the spawn on offense here, that first point cap is very tough to do on Hollywood when you have such a narrow little doorway to channel yourself through as a team. So this is going to come down to the coordination and the communication of both teams here as we get ready to go into Hollywood. Who, might I add, who is attacking first? Is it Midnight Muses attacking first?
Let me do some. No, it'll be yeah. Midnight Muses are attacking first.
Okay, so we're going to see Midnight Muses. I think they're keeping the same lineup, it looks like right now, as well as the Respawn Rangers. So I do want to see how the Midnight Muses handle on this dive. Dive, I say. On Hollywood.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when asking for readiness confirmation. Midnight Muses said no. So either they're strategizing right now or they're planning out some subs. But either way,
Are they allowed like a tiny 5-minute? Or like is that a thing? Do we give downtime to players?
yeah, I mean definitely. If I have no
All right,
opposition.
you just say the word and I'll go slap them silly. All right, I got their comms here. I will jump in there. I'll start barking like a mad dog. You name it, you got it.
Yeah.
It looks like GoPro's coming back in.
I think the nice thing about Midnight Muses, I think they have a really good depth to their lineup. Respawn Rangers, they have 3 subs chilling in spectators here, but have yet to use any of them. And one wonders, is that a depth question? Is that maybe a team composition question, or what exactly is that? Whereas Midnight Muses, they've been flopping their roster quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see, especially as this map, these next 2 maps are going to be what matter. Respawn Rangers have to come away with this if they want to secure the official dub here. Meanwhile, Midnight Muses, they need this map, and then that's what they need. Respawn Rangers need this and the next. So it'll be interesting to see if any playstyle changes here in these next. If they're going to stick to maybe some comfort picks, or if they're going to maybe try and do something here that a composition that they know works well for them.
Agreed. As far as the depth comment before, when I do like that, and when I want to bring that back into play here, as far as a bench goes, what I've noticed as a manager, I'm guys who will always tell my players everyone's playing, that's it, end of story. As far as the Muses go, I don't touch their lineups at all. As far as organization goes, I like to let them get a feel for themselves and let Archer and Gamma do their captaining and find what works best for them, each time. So, I really like seeing these different compositions that they bring, especially in this league specifically, because I know I don't get to see these rotations happen in the other leagues. So I'm really happy with this. As far as Respawn Rangers, this 5 that they're running is a really dominant 5. Yes, it's been going back and forth. We're going into map 4, the series, Midnight 2, Respawn Rangers 1. Most of the time, if you have a really good momentum and you're flowing as a team, you turn to your bench and you say, hey, do we want to make a swap or do you want to keep going? And then that comes down to your bench and their preference. Do I feel comfortable running on Hollywood? Hey, it's going to be my first game. Nah, you guys keep going,
Sure,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. It comes down to a player preference sometimes, but at the same time, it really matters with these maps. The one thing that I've noticed about the Odyssey League is that this is probably the most intricate map pool selection, I should say. It's in a different order every time each week, so it definitely catches a lot of players off guard. And, a lot of teams, they practice the straight up. So, You know, if I could pull XL2 out of here, I will. Like XL2, they go into these matches the way that they have their tank compositions, right? They have one tank that's really good at rush and dive, and they have one tank that's really good at pushing that aggro. So when they go into these matches, they're sticking to their 1 through 5 map lineups. Meanwhile, the 1 through 5 map lineups aren't the actual maps with the lineup, and you know that's that adjustment that you got to take from that as a manager, and you know throw that in there for them to kind of turn it around. So I'm really, really, really excited to see how Hollywood goes here for both of these teams. You know, just like how we started the night off, we started it with the 1-0 from the Muses, and then the Respawn Rangers were able to answer back. And then on Nepal, the Midnight Muses came up on top, but it was still a close game, and that's what I'm looking forward to going into Hollywood. I really think that this could be the Respawn Rangers turnaround moment here. I could do better kind of vibe, and we're going to see what happens right now as we head to Hollywood. Always wanted to go to Hollywood. Not really a fan of the people there, but definitely down to really down to go visit.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where it's just maybe not for everyone. I don't know that I would have necessarily the interest in going. I have gone to San Fran though, and I'll tell you that's a nice tourist area. There. I'll tell you, checking out Alcatraz was pretty cool. Got to give shout out to my Call of Duty Black Ops days too, because I got to be honest, that map is pretty accurate in
Mob of the Dead is off the chain.
Yes, yeah, and the map, I could tell you where I was in Alcatraz just because I played endless hours of Mob of the Dead. I'm not even kidding. It's unrealistic. Well, it's realistic, but it's crazy how accurate it is.
That entire map is just off the hook.
Phenomenal.
Treyarch's zombies are just
great.
The best version of zombies there is. There's nothing better. Okay, from Nocturne Untoten all the way up to, you know, I miss Uncle Buck, man. Bring back Buried. Someone bring back Buried. I need it.
Yes.
I need it. And I want my bank account. I want the refrigerator that I can store my gun in. Like, bring it back. Maybe make the map larger. Who knows? But just bring back Uncle Buck. That's all we care about. All right, here we go. Midnight Muses here on Mexi on the Lucio, on the Kiriko, Legendary on the Cass, and GoPro on the Sim. As for the Respawn Rangers here on the left side, Inbred on the Sig, Mayday on the Torb, Yoshi on the Mercy, Bordat on the Moira, and Restum on the Ash. Just looking like a really good hold here for the Respawn Rangers as they clear out GoPro, Archer, Mexi, and Queenie, and they get on the roll there, but no team kill because Legendary was able to spawn back fast enough. Low-key, that's huge if you're the Midnight Muses. But Respawn Rangers off to a great start right here. We like this. We love to see it. We got 2 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. We got two Sigmas going at it. They're going to be conducting nothing but major chaos. And this is where we get to see it all. Gets the Flux first. Who picks up all the teams? The TP coming in from GoPro. They're taking the high ground. This is a big maneuver here. Are they going to go down the stairs or are they going to drop down? I think they're going down the stairs. No. I could be wrong. There is a death orb in the stairs. I would not go down there if I do. But, oh my. I feel like we're at a standstill here. Like, do we not want to get off the high ground? Who wants to go upstairs? I feel like we're fighting over the top bunk. Big flux from Inbred, taking out Archer. He said I could do it first, and he gets that three-peat. Preston able to finish with Mexi, and the Midnight Muses go to Respawn with 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock here at the Babylon Hotel. Wow, what a day in Hollywood. It's sunny, it's about 98 degrees. We got nothing but the best in Overwatch, where it was brought to you by Goldshire Studios. Wow, what a day indeed. All right, loading into this next take of the take. Archer coming up on Flux here, and this Flux might be what opens up this next team fight, as you just got to see from Inbred. Oh, and this Coalescence comes out from Bordat, and he's just able to take out Archer. I think the Respawn Rangers have figured it out. They have absolutely done it. It's looking absolutely marvelous. And here we go again. We talk about this chokehold on Hollywood, and the Respawn Rangers are attacking it perfectly. They've got this turret up top here. They got the Ash in the sniper spot, like, chilling in the bird's nest with the absolute eye view. Archer's getting picked off first every team fight, automatically forcing this regroup. Wow, I almost sounded like a real New York. That was like Boston. Oh, that's crazy. Molten Core comes out now from Mayday. Gonna spread nice like a jelly on a sandwich. Looking really good here, and just like that, the good old bread and butter, the Bob comes out to get the two. Yoshi getting the reds, and at full team strength, able to take out Archer is the Respawn Rangers here with 38 seconds left to go on the Klizzak, and we are looking at another fun rally from the one and only Midnight Muses. All right, now if I'm the Midnight Muses, here we got a nice Archer and Legend making swaps now, same with GoPro, everybody making swaps now. We have a fully different lineup here. We got that open Baptiste, Moira, Sorge, and Soldier composition here. So the Call of Duty plays are being made. The question is this going to be enough to get it through the gate? 7. We're coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going into Archer holding on to D9. Oh man, this is coming down to the wire. The rock comes flying out. The resources are being used by the Respawn Rangers, and they're able to connect and click and close the deal here for round 1. And now all Respawn Rangers need here is a tick. Oh baby! Come on! I want to see it. There's no way this is gonna. God, bro, if this happens, should I go play the? Like, chat, chat, I'm coming to the chat. Chat, what are we talking about here? Where are we at with Pipes' predictions? Oh, that's not the chat. That's the Hokage. Here we go. Oh man, chat, we got 12 watching. Yeah. Chat with the year. Oh yeah, double Y for the dub. Drop a little hundo in there. Chat, the prediction was when Pipes said you could draw on Hollywood, oh, is this going to actually happen now that I said it? That was the predicted facts. I think, what do we need for a draw here? You actually have to just full hold this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, okay. I'm stop the cat, bro. This happens. I'm gonna the cats to go play the lotto. Oh man, clearly not until that 5, of course, but that would just be, oh man, wow. Dude, that would be crazy here. And as we go into this, wow, Archer gonna play Maxie on the Baptiste, Queenie on the Mercy, Legendary on the Ash, and GoPro Legend on that Torbjorn over here side of the Respawn Rangers. Inbred on the May. Oh, that's funny. Yoshi on the Mercy, Bordad on the Lucio, and Preston on that Sim. And just like that, they're going to copy the Muses here with that first teleport to the high ground. But unlike the Muses, they are not afraid to get down and dirty on this point here as this first fight for 1 tick. That's right, 1 tick is all that is needed, in the pin taking Archer out of the fight. Queenie and Legendary go down. Legendary does get that pick onto Bordad, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. All that's left now is Baptiste and GoPro, and it looks like the Respawn Rangers are going to prove me and my predictions wrong. They said, no fun for you, Pipes. We're taking the dub 2-2, going to Coliseum 5. God, I'm calling it. That's a beautiful flux. That was gorgeous.
That was a great play.
That was beautiful. I don't know how to tell you this, but as a Sigma player, a connoisseur of the art of fluxing, that was very well executed. You smelt the blood in the water, and you went and attacked, and it paid off in the end. Respawn Rangers getting a dub, living up to their name by sending their up into the respawn. And it was just, absolutely massive. And as we get ready to head to Coliseo for the last and final map of the night, I am going to step away for a beverage because, wow, I need a breather. That was intense. Woo!
Yeah, for sure. Well earned beverage break here.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
While Pipes is getting this through, I got to remind everyone here in the chat, Pipes didn't lie at the beginning. This specific prediction may have been wrong, but at the beginning, he did in fact say that this was going to be another one of those fifth game matters matches. So I living up to the expectations, and I'm excited to see what both teams can bring, as this map will determine who comes away with the dub. Respawn Rangers hoping to stick with their single loss. Meanwhile, Midnight Muses are hoping to capitalize on this advantage or this draw that they have against an equally good team and hopefully jump up in the standings a little bit. From the beginning, Midnight Muses had some tough opponents to start off against, but I would say that the hardest parts are going to be finishing things out for them as they're hoping to jump in the standings. Midnight Muses has been playing an exceptional game so far, and I know that regardless of the outcome tonight, although I'm excited to see which team will come away with it, regardless of the outcome tonight, there will be some very good matches that the Midnight Muses partake in the future.
That's right. Just like how the Respawn Rangers take on XL2 next week. We're going to be back. And I think it's on a Monday. I think April.
Yeah, I think
owner
you're right.
v owner match.
Again.
I had two teams in the league. Two.
Part 2.
Pete me. This is owner rivalry weekend. Okay, we have like nothing but the matchups. They come to life here. You know, I don't know. I'm like baffled. I'm lost for words. You were totally right though. As I was walking to get a drink, even though my draw prediction wasn't there, this is coming down to that map 5 take it or leave it battle. And what a better map to play on than Coliseo. I mean, honestly, this is the most putrid map Overwatch ever came out with for push. But this is probably I have to tip my hat here. This is the best map to play competitively on when it comes to a tournament. Hands down. Yes, I hate this map for its chokes. I think the bends on here are the New Queen Street and Esperanza. But I will say that in any kind of Overwatch setting, I don't mind this pick because this is a very good map. What I really like about Coliseo, I said this last week, I'm going to say it again. What I like about Coliseo is this is going to come down to that middle lane fight, right? One team is going to take Timmy to send over to the butt scratch area, and each team are going to be fighting to prevent the other team from getting Timmy to his butt scratches, which just sucks for Timmy because he's always caught up in the fire, and you know, he's got to push this damn barricade, and he's just standing there like, why is everyone shooting today? Meanwhile, you know, he's just trying to push his barricade, get to his butt scratches, have a nice day, get paid, you know, and these two teams are going to be fighting over that like an absolute game of tug of war. But what it really comes down to is how you play in that center lane. That inner quarrel, this map is so bad that Blizzard is even going to rework it, which I'm very excited about. They're adding a mega health pack, I believe, and they're opening up that that one main area that everyone likes to fight in. So I'm really excited to see how that transitions in the future with this map. But as for right now, we are going to be having fights tonight on Coliseo, and it's probably going to be one of those neck and necks. Again, if you don't take it and barrel it down the lane and send it into the house, you know, this comes down to one of those back and forth. Who's controlling the spawn? You know, you get that forward spawn advantage, and then all of a sudden you're cooking with gas. So you got to stick to your momentum. If there's one team right now that's playing tonight that I know has that momentum going into this fight, it is the Respawn Rangers. They've been sticking to this stack. They're running with synergy. The cohesion is there. The Midnight Muses look like they're putting in the stout comp as well. We're going to have nothing but a bath going into Coliseo. Oh my God, this is perfect. Dude, we're going to have like an official gladiator match at the Coliseum. Wow. Gosh, I've been waiting for this day.
I am excited. I am very excited to see how both teams play this. Midnight Muses making some more swaps to their lineup here. I'm excited to see how that looks. Looks like Kevin is coming back in. KT's coming back in. So that'll be good. I think KT's been playing a phenomenal game thus far. I'm excited to see more of that.
What I'm really excited about as I read this this chat room is Swag gave me drop on the auto. So I'm going to play those. I don't know if you could see them, but I'm totally taking those digits. I like where he's coming from. Oh yeah, dude, those numbers are prime. We're gonna go to the gas station after this. The predictions are in, folks. We're live on Coliseo. This is for all the marbles right here.
All the marbles.
This is where it all matters. I love when it's in the map. I really do. I mean, if you look at the leaderboard, this is where like the cool leaderboard graphic would like pop up, and it's like the Kaiju is at the top, right? You know, if you look at that leaderboard. These teams right here in that bottom 6 spot, like they're all neck and neck as far as it goes. You know, XL2 I believe is sitting at the bottom, that 0-3, but that's okay. When the playoffs come, that's where we shine. But as far as like Respawn Rangers, Midnight Muses, definitely the tale of tales. These two teams have been going back and forth all night, and that's what I'm loving about this push map being the 5th map, is we're going to see another back and forth nitty gritty fight to the very end. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I think push is the most nitty-gritty game mode. But the other thing is, and I think there have been some talks about it from streamers and everything, you know, this first fight is huge. So this may tilt the favor in one team's side or the other.
Very much so. This is that narrow center lane that I'm talking about in our little pregame before going into this. Like, this is where the battle matters most. You take this point, you're either going to send it into your enemy's clubhouse, easy money, or you're going to be going back and forth like a lovely day in elementary school playing tug of war with your peeps at lunchtime. Oh, and look at this Respawn Rangers plan here. I like this. Not even going for the center lane. They are heading around the backside here by the bars and sprites, ready to rock and roll. Oh, that's a sport. Whoopsie daisy. I can't read today. But what I can read is these plays coming in as we have Inbred here on the Sigma, Mayday on the Torb, Yoshi on that Mercy, Bordan on the Moira, and getting a pick onto KT, press them on the Hans. And uses Legendary, taking out the 6-man on the Storage. Inbred able to take out Archer, who's on that JQ. Inbred also connected with Gamma, who's on that Moira. And down goes Legendary to Mayday. And KT is all that is left. Gonna have to get out of there and regroup. Oh man, and here comes the starting push for the Respawn Rangers. This opening drive, getting to this Timmy butt scratch marathon. I live for this game. I specifically watched Timmy and Timmy alone here. This is all about him. He's just humbly look at him, just humbly pushing this point as this major fight is just battling it out on Cafe Palatino. Oh, my inner Italian is wanting to come out here with some bravissimas. Yeah, man, and here comes the Dragons now, deep from Presta. Not going to be able to connect on anybody, but Gamma does go down and is going to have to reset. Alice, no support here for the Midnight Muses as they got to get ready to back up. But as I say that, Archer does get that pick for that finishing KT, and Timmy gets ever so much closer to his butt scratch hit. Big picks coming in. Archer with Carnage able to land onto Yoshi, and Gracie taking out the 6-man, finishing off Mayday as Inbred takes out Legendary. Alice able to get Inbred, and anything you could do, I go better fashion. It is looking like another back and forth tail of the takes. I feel like I've said tail of the takes like 5 or 6, 7,000 times already.
I mean, but it holds true. I mean, these team fights, it's nitty gritty, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Archer doing some great things in order to win the Midnight Muses that team fight and really get some good progress here on the bot. Sorry, on Timmy.
Timmy! I like it. TS1. Timmy scratches. Overall. That's just, we love it. We love it. I do wish Bob was in play here. I wish someone was playing the Ash because Bob is his cousin, distant relative. They're good friends now. Sometimes the Boberto twins are there, but you know, it's rarity. Coalescence from Gamma and the overclock to take Yoshi and Inbred out of this fight. Poor Dad very low, going to have to heal up now as the Midnight Muses get ever so closer to the Timmy butt scratches. Both teams still looking to see who scratches Timmy's butt first here as the Respawn Rangers regroup in the respawn. I really like that name. It's very creative. I keep saying it. Every map that I say Respawn Rangers, it flows ever so nicely. There's the Molten Core! Oh, that's a big moment for trapping the Midnight Muses! And Inbred able to take this point and flip it. The Coalescence, KT, and Legendary down here. The Midnight Muses are going to need a respawn. 61.34 meters to 55.81. And we have 6 minutes left to go. Muses look like they're ready for action here. They're prepared. Gracie is shining ever so bright. Lovely day. And it's just getting better than ever. On a nice fade early there. Gamma does go down though to press them. The arrow does fine. At this point, Timmy's getting so close to the butt scratch! The dragons do come out. Legendary getting the double on Preston and Yoshi. And now we're gonna see take out Legendary as well. You're getting that pick on Mayday, and the Midnight Muses going to be able to prevent Timmy from getting any butt scratches here. Oh man, bro. This is what I live for. You know, it'd be cool on the new map if they make Timmy, instead of like his blue legs, you know, it would be really cool if they made him like Overwatch colors, like that orange gray League vibe. Because like, I feel like the blue, like, oh, whoever's blue, Timmy's your home guy. And it's like, but there's a red team too. You know, I feel like a nice Overwatch League custom Timmy skin would be pretty fucking sick for the boy. Oh gosh, pretty sick for the boy.
All right, no more commentating for Pipes. It's over.
Yep, I'm out. I'm out. I just DMCA'd myself. All right, Midnight Muse grouped up here ever so slightly on Timmy, able to get this momentum, what it looks like, in their favor. The Respawn Rangers still having a good hold here as Timmy can't even make it back to the barricade. Ooh, and there's a nice pick on Alice. Right there opening up this fight. The Reckoning from Archer. Gamma able to get 1. Archer able to get 2. Timmy's getting so close to taking the lead here if you're the Midnight Muses. Does come out. KT goes down. Archer does get the pick on the Mayday. Coalescence flying from Gamma, but it's not going to be able to do much here. And as I say that, the Muses get Timmy's butt scratch.
He can finally relieve himself.
If he doesn't scratch his butt, I'm done. I quit. How dare you, Timmy? That was such a long relentless. Oh, and here's the Molten Core and the Dragons. This is really this tiny little sector of the map, and just as expected, the Respawn Rangers able to optimize on those double ult usage right there. Now all they got is 4 Dad's lovely Coalescence. Legendary and KT both have their DPS ults. Alice slowly climbing to that Kitsune rush. We're going to see just what the Midnight Muses got to do here to hold on to the that they just got with 3 minutes left on the clock. I like this JQ fight that we're going to see here. So we got Archer and Inbred now both on the JQ. So we have a swap from the Sigma on the side of the Respawn Rangers onto this Junker Queen. This rush comp now coming in with the power of the Coalescence. Absolutely driving that stake into the back of the Midnight Muses. KT's Bob able to pick up 1. Gracie able to pick up 2. Poor Dad getting KT, and KT's Bob finishing off the 6-man. He said, I'm the real 6-man turret. I'm the real 6-man. Gosh, Midnight Muses able to turn this one around here, but still, no one's got forward spawn advantage anymore. That's right, the Respawn Rangers were able to enact that takeover so quickly that the Midnight Muses now have that with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. Gale the Maholt coming out now for the side of the Midnight Muses. I don't know if that was really necessary to kind of pop that. Alice now low as well. Not many ults here are have the Reckoning. Alice does have the Kitsune. That combo could be something menacing here. And as for the side of Respawn Rangers, they are coming back up. They do have a Reckoning, but that Reckoning is going to have to wait a couple of seconds if they respawn here. Here comes another Dragon. Yo, this guy has been cooking non-stop tonight, okay? Like, if that's a statistic in its own self, I'm telling you, that's got to be the fastest Dragon build I've seen all season long. It's got to be. It's just got. I can't. That's like the 50th Dragon of the night. Okay, if you're Preston. And am I saying his name correctly?
Prestham.
Prestham.
Yep.
Oh man, he's definitely going ham as he presses the Midnight Muses with these dragons. The onslaught of the arena is absolutely real in the final 50 seconds of this match. 98.03 meters for the Midnight Muses here. The Respawn Rangers, who have their ultimates online, they did use that dragon to overturn this point, and they have a whole. Here comes the Reckoning from Archer. The Reckoning comes out from Inbred. Boardad does go down, so the code will not be used here, but Mayday's Molten Core and Archer's Gracie. This is what we love to see here. It looks like the Midnight Muses are going to be able to clean this up, but TS1 is still moving. Timmy is going to get his matches. Oh my God! To the right. Come on, give it to me! Oh! Twice, damn you, Timmy! Curse you, sir! God, this is supposed to be his day, and he ain't even scratching his butt. He must not be itchy. I guess the eczema ran out. That Aveeno cream, you know? Archer with a nice shout here. Kitsune Rush coming out from the side of the Respawn Rangers. Another hand! You're lying! They psych! Gets the kill on KT and Alice right there. Be the two. This guy's Dragon stats tonight have been off the chart. I'm telling you, it had to be at least maybe 8 to 10, almost 12 on one. The first map, Circuit Royal, had 12, and that is it. The Midnight Muses seal the deal here in map 5 to take it all home against the Rangers. Oh, I really hope it's ham. Please be ham.
What a matchup, Pipes.
I'm happy he got the play of the game. Okay, building that many dragons in an entire 5 games, you 100% deserve that crown. Oh yeah. I'm rewatching this, by the way. I'm so pressing play after the cast on this, and I am going to physically count how many dragons Ham built tonight. Okay, and I'm going to put it in the chat, and I am going to bow in the presence of greatness, because you throw a dragon, you have a dragon. Like, nunny? I don't know. I don't know. Absolutely epic. Wow.
Yeah, I could. Both teams, though. I mean, Prestham played exceptionally well. Inbred, the same. Mayday, all of the Respawn Rangers, all of the Midnight Muses. And I think that if there is a next time that these teams face off, it's going to be just as close the next time too. So I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see another matchup between these two teams. I'm very ready for that. And I can't take anything away. Midnight Muses playing great. Definitely doing some really good things. Huge shout out. I mean, Archer playing phenomenally. Kevin Thomas, KT, playing great games. Definitely good things from both sides. And I can't take anything away from the rest of the Midnight Muses. I would love to just list off all your names, but that would take probably longer than I have time to. So with that being said, Pipes, huge shout out. Man, you kill it every time. Appreciate you doing that. As we get ready,
get a strike today.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that later. But I gotta say, I mean, some good things from there and Midnight Muses. So coming up against Respawn Rangers, tonight, they have got their next matchup. That'll be up against Cumberland Valley. And then, as Pipes had said earlier, Respawn Rangers are going to be facing off against XL2. So another matchup between the managers here, or even the owners, one might say. So definitely be there for that. Those are going to be some upcoming matchups here in the near future. But with that being said, thank you to everyone who watched the video, watched the live stream here of this match. Definitely, if you were here, I'm sure you can walk away saying that this was not a game that you would have missed. Definitely great stuff. And on our social page, you should see that there. And then also we've got some links down below. Again, we are continuing to grow. So if you would give us a follow, give us a like, give us a sub there on our YouTube page and all our other socials, would really appreciate that as we're going forward. And huge shout out to the teams. I mean, obviously we couldn't be having these awesome matchups without the teams, so huge shout out to them. Pipes, you got anything else here?
All I gotta say is, chat, you guys come back here live on the cast, okay? That second, third, fourth favor. You know, I feel like the people's caster, but tonight was definitely an epic bout as far as the Respawn Rangers, Midnight Muses. Shout out to both teams. Definitely big kudos to the Respawn Rangers. That was a very intense 5-game series for y'all. Definitely keep your heads up, and can't wait to see you guys the next time.
Hey, you know what, Pipes? I got to be honest. I was so hyped about this 5th match that I forgot about an interview. And we have KT here asking about the interview.
Can
so
we bring
KT
in?
Yeah, we're gonna see what we're doing here.
As the manager, I'd like to bring KT in because I'm just gonna overrule the captain. I'm gonna overrule my own captains here. Make that choice for him.
Man, I'm excited actually to hear. This will be the first post-game interview that we have if we bring KT in here, so I'm excited. All right, looks like we're pulling in KT, so waiting for we'll get that situated here. So don't leave just yet. We're going to get this underway here in just a second. Alrighty. Yo, what's up?
How's it going?
Oh, it is going, and I gotta be honest with you. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. You guys
Dude,
played
me
great.
Too.
You guys played
Me
great.
Me too. I felt like they're a great team. Their DPS is insane. Their Hanzo is great.
That's what I was saying, Kevin. I'm gonna go back and count how many dragons he got that round. But
He got a
as
bunch.
for you, man, I need to know. I need to know about Nepal. Okay, I was asked a question on the cast on Nepal about what do I see the Muses running as far as comp. I saw you come off the bench back into the game. I saw Archer on the field with Legendary, and I said to myself, I was like, no way are KT on the tank here for this Nepal map, knowing that he plays Hog. So like from Nepal going forward, like what went down in the comms of the Muses on that?
Well, originally, tank was supposed to be my role, and that was like the main thing that I did play. I had my highest role, I had my highest rank in tank, and then all of a sudden I was like, okay, well I'm playing DPS now, which is okay. I'm not complaining about that. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's go back to my roots. And I thought I did
Back
great.
to my roots.
The hog was it's like kind of a shoulder roll on that one. But I came back. I feel like I played a strong Rhine on Shrine there.
Very much so.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
much so. Definitely a good hold. And then as far as Colosseo and Hollywood, you got anything to add on those maps as far as the comms go?
Hollywood-
Muses?
I wasn't there. I kind of just kept quiet. I put myself on mute and just watched my team get rolled. But Colosseo, we punched them right back in the face, and it felt good.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole like just tug of war between the two teams, to be honest.
Sure. Sure. I was telling Pipes earlier, and actually as I was doing kind of like my closing statement before you asked about the interview, I was just saying, like, I would love to see these teams face off again. I would expect nothing less than what we saw here tonight. And I got to be honest, after that Hollywood, I thought the momentum was maybe going to shift in the Respawn Rangers, and they won that first team fight there on Coliseo. But you guys pulled it right back at the end. What were some things, I guess, specifically for that Coliseo map that you guys were kind of focusing on as you're going about that?
Well, we wanted to run sort of a rush/dive, and then that didn't necessarily work out because they just have so much spam with the Hanzo and Torbjorn, and then they had the Moira with the ball, and they had a lot pretty much going for them, and then they had the Sigma as well. So they were kind of like running this spammy poke. So I'm like, okay, well, our only other option is to outpoke them. So me and Legendary, okay, like, well, we can't necessarily play these characters. Let's try and outpoke and outspam. So me, I went Ashe, and then he went Mei, and then he more so coalesced with Archer with the JQ, and with the balls and everything. So they sort of coordinated so much better when Legendary made that switch to Mei.
For sure. And I got to be honest, right when you swapped to Ashe, right in those first couple team fights, I felt like you were shutting down Prestham, and maybe that was some adjustment to switching off onto that kind of poke, but you were making some good picks there and doing some really great things on Ashe. So definitely want to give you that compliment there for your Ashe gameplay, and even throughout, whenever I saw you playing Ashe, I was excited to see that. So you did a great job on Ashe, especially.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I always go back to the reliables. I always find myself being a pretty stout hit scan, and I do other characters, but I always find myself going back to the Cassidy, the Ashe, the Soldier.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna need a longer range. I don't think Cassidy's gonna do it. They have Torbjorn and whatnot, so let's try out Ashe. Ashe has dynamite, has some sort of mobility with the coach gun.
Yeah.
And has good poke.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. I gotta be honest though, I was excited to see your Tracer play. I remember in your last matchup you played some Tracer, and I thought you did a really great job at that. But I think it just didn't work with the composition that the Respawn Rangers were running, and I think you adjusted to that well. So that was great stuff coming from you. Pipes, do you have any other questions here for KT?
Well, KT, thank you and the Muses for getting that win. You guys are no longer going to have to do 40 to 50 win sprints tonight. So I'm you guys should be very grateful for that, you know.
I appreciate it.
And yeah, you know, very good showing from the Midnight Muses tonight. I'm very impressed with you guys' gameplay, and let's keep up the hard work, you know. The team that needs no inspiration because they are their own muse. Midnight Muses.
Yeah, man. That's we try to keep the train rolling, and hopefully we can bring this win into the next match that we have.
For sure. I'm excited to see what you guys bring there. But until next time, great playing tonight to you and the rest of the Midnight Muses. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you for reminding me about the interview. I'll be honest, I was so hype after that fourth game, I completely forgot. So I'm glad you said something.
No problem.
Here. So.
No problem.
With that, good luck in your upcoming games. Thanks again for being here. Until next time.
No problem. All love. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye, Kevin.
Alrighty. Well, with that,
What a good kid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't agree more. That was a fun interview there. But yeah, with that interview now coming to completion there. Again, thank you to all of you who are watching, and for those of you who stuck around to watch that interview. I mean, that was fun. I enjoy doing the interviews. Pipes, I think, do you enjoy doing those interviews?
This is the only time I'm allowed to do interviews, so I'm really happy with that. Even in my own of the woods, they don't let me do the interviews. So you know, the more I can add to my resume, the better. Yeah,
for sure. Well,
but they're fun. I like talking to all. Not gonna lie, like when Boar came through, the Got Milk fam were here.
Yeah,
I'm a believer now. I'm a believer.
Yeah, Got Milk. Hey, and don't forget those lucky numbers for that lottery tonight.
Yes, 12, 8, I think it was 12, 8, 4, and 2.
Yes.
So
12, 8, 4,
I'm gonna keep
2, and 1 maybe?
and 1. Okay,
one.
12,
And
8,
one.
4, 2, and 1. Writing it down on my palm. We're gonna go play those numbers. This has been an absolute day. Thank you, Swag, so much for just staying true as a Pipes believer. We love that.
Well, yeah, I gotta say again, you're killing it doing the commentary and the casting for these last 2 matches. So appreciate you being here. And again, thanks to everyone who was here to watch this matchup. It was a thriller to the very end, and I wasn't sure, even as overtime came up, I wasn't sure who's going to come away with it. But ultimately, Midnight Muses getting that dub, and I'm excited to see what they can bring the rest of the season. And Respawn Rangers, got to regroup a little bit and then keep doing what they do throughout the rest of the season. So with that, thanks again, everyone, and we will see you on Wednesday for a matchup between Wyoming Cowboys and VTG Orion. That one will start at 8 p.m. EST, and again, that is on Wednesday. So until then, hope you all have a good night.